BFTB, best fight the best. So I did a video earlier this morning, but I ended up deleting it because I went not that I went hard in it, because I'm always going hard in these videos, but the video pieced itself into two, which fucked up my video. So I had to get rid of that. And it's crazy because I listened to Trill Boxing Talk, and the General 78 said some of the shit that I was saying in my video. But it is what it is. Great minds think alike. So I'm gonna cut straight to the chase, man, for real. All these weirdos, these AJ dick riders, these buck dancing, coon, Sambo ass, Wilder pocket chasers. If you guys is running around here with this nonsense about how Deontay Wilder is ducking, he's ducking Joshua, then move on. Move on. Like, why do you keep bringing up this narrative? If Deontay Wilder is ducking Joshua in your mind, move on. Move on. You talk about Deontay Wilder more than you talking about Jarrell Miller. And that is who Joshua's fighting. Jarrell Miller. He's not fighting Deontay Wilder. Move the fuck on. Make your videos about Jarrell Miller. You weirdos are making videos about Deontay Wilder ducking Joshua. Pathetic, man. Absolutely pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Ducking Joshua. You don't want to talk about, let's not talk about the past. Let's just talk about right now. Right now. Let's talk about right now. Because, right now, the contract is $100 million for Deontay Wilder. That's the contract. Okay. Is Joshua guaranteed on the contract? It's common sense. He signed with Matchroom, and Matchroom is with DAZN. It's common sense. It's common sense. But just 2 weeks ago, it was, Joshua, he's a free agent too. Deontay Wilder's not in the best position. Anthony Joshua is. Joshua's a free agent. He's on a fight-by-fight basis. He's on a fight-by-fight basis. He's on a fight-by-fight deal. He's not signed to DAZN. It's a fight-by-fight basis. But now, all of a sudden, it's common sense that he's signed with DAZN now. It's common sense. You can't have it both ways. You can't. And like I said in my video that I didn't upload, but like I said, right? Anthony Joshua can make this Wilder fight easily. Easily. Very easily. The only thing he has to do is say, DAZN, I'm with you on a fight-by-fight basis. Lock in my next fight. Lock it in. I mean, hold on a second. Didn't Joshua do this with Vladimir Klitschko? Didn't, after Eric Molina, he had already had have Klitschko locked in? He had Klitschko locked in. So why can't he lock in Deontay Wilder? Why? Why can't he? It's very easy. Very easy. Listen, DAZN, Anthony Joshua, this is what you do. Alright? Maybe you don't know what the fuck you're talking about or what the fuck you're doing when it comes to business, but this is very simple. Go to DAZN. Say, DAZN, a 2-fight deal for me and Deontay Wilder, the next 2 fights. How much will you give me? DAZN says, I'll give you $100 million. $50 million, 2 fights. Joshua says, lock it in. Lock me in. Contingent upon you get Deontay Wilder locked in. There you go. Now, DAZN, who is still, right now, still negotiating with Deontay Wilder. Right now. DAZN goes and says, Deontay Wilder, we have locked in Anthony Joshua for 2 fights, $50 million apiece, based on you signing to us for 2 fights. What will it take? Deontay Wilder says, fine, give me $50 million too, or give me $60 million, whatever, it doesn't matter. Don't matter. Because it shouldn't matter to Joshua. Shouldn't matter. It's 100% profit. Shouldn't matter. Shouldn't matter. It's not a 50-50 split. It ain't nothing. Matter of fact, they can make it a 50-50 split. They can hold Deontay Wilder to his word. They can say, look, we're offering Anthony Joshua $50 million a fight for 2 fights. That's what we're offering him. 2 fights with you. $50 million a fight. Now, we're offering you $50 million a fight for 2 fights. We want 2 fights, the original fight and a rematch on DAZN. I am offering you $100 million for 2 fights. The exact same thing I'm offering Anthony Joshua. There you go, 2 fights. $100 million for 2 fights. What does it matter? What does it matter about the bigger purse size for Joshua? Why does it matter? Why does he have to have the bigger purse split? Why? It's not his money. Now, if Joshua was saying, I am paying for this out of my pocket, I'm paying for this fight, and since I'm paying for this fight out of my pocket, well, then you're not getting 50%. If that was the narrative that Joshua and his fans were saying, I would agree with them. I would agree. Listen, okay, if you're paying for it out of your pocket, then that means the fight is going to be on your terms where you want it. It's going to be on your terms where you want it. Because the money is coming out of your pocket. You're paying. And I think a lot of these AJ fans, these weirdos, actually think this way. I think that's where their beef is coming in when it comes to this money split. Their beef is coming in because they're thinking something is being taken from Joshua. Oh, Wilder is taking something from Joshua. Wilder needs to know his role, know his worth, stay in his place. He's taking something from Joshua. Joshua has done all this. He's got all these belts and all this blah, 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 and yada, yada, yada. So because Joshua's got all this blah, 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 yada, 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 then Deontay Wilder is taking something away from Anthony Joshua. No, that's not the case. That is not the case. Deontay is not taking anything from Joshua because this is DAZN bread. This is bread that don't belong to Joshua and it don't belong to Wilder. It's 100% profit for both of them. 100%. 100% profit for both of them. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what these weirdos was talking about. Wilder can't get this. Wilder needs to know his worth. Joshua's bringing so much more to the table. What is he bringing to the table for DAZN? What? If you want to use that narrative of who is bringing more to the table for DAZN, it's Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder is bringing more to the table for DAZN than Joshua is, if you want to use that argument. If you really want to go that route, because there is no DAZN UK. You don't even get it. But you're clout chasing, you're dick riding DAZN, and you don't even get it. You don't get it. You pay for this shit. Pay-per-view for everything. You don't get it. DAZN is a USA platform. You don't get it. All right? You don't get it. Now, if you were saying, if you were from Germany, where DAZN is in Germany, if you are from there, or Japan, where DAZN is in Japan, if your champion, if this was a Japanese champion or a German champion, well then you might have something, you might have some say. But this is a UK champion. Anthony Joshua is a UK champion. DAZN is not in the UK. You don't get it. You don't. You pay double and triple what we pay for DAZN. You pay that for a pay-per-view. You do not get it. All right? They are not trying to build DAZN in the UK. They're not. They are not trying to build a DAZN UK. They are trying to build a DAZN USA. Alright? And in building a DAZN USA, you need the USA top guy. You need a champion from the USA. Trying to build DAZN USA using UK guys is not going to work. It hasn't worked. Weirdos, man. So if you want to use that stance, if that's the stance you want to use, then Deontay Wilder deserves more than Joshua. Because again, it ain't Joshua's money. This is DAZN's bread. DAZN is trying to build themselves in the USA. You fucking weirdos. And then you got these other clowns. Oh, well, Joshua, well, Wilder was offered, he was offered a 3-fight deal. And Joshua was guaranteed. Okay, all right, let's break this down. For these fucking weirdos, let's break this down. Because these motherfucking weirdos, they want to debate Fanon. They want to debate 78 Sports TV. They want to debate them badly. Because those are huge platforms with huge names. That's why they want to debate them. But they don't want to debate me because they know I will destroy them badly. Very badly. And I am not a big platform. But they know I will fucking annihilate them. So they don't want to debate me. So, let's just put this on equal playing field. Sign a 3-debate deal. Sign a 3-debate deal. With me, then 78. Me, then 78, then Fanon. I'm not guaranteeing Fanon, and I'm not guaranteeing 78. But sign that deal with me. I know Fanon, I know 78. I can contact them right now. I can get a hold of 78. I can get a hold of Fanon right now. Right now. So, because I can do that, then sign a deal with me that puts 78 and Fanon on the contract. Sign that deal with me. I haven't talked to 78. I haven't talked to Fanon about it. But go ahead and sign it with me anyway. Sign it with me with no guarantee that Fanon and 78 will debate you. Sign that deal. You got no guarantee. None. No proof. There is nothing that says I will get that Fanon and 78 are guaranteed to debate you. There is nothing. Nothing that says that. But sign it anyway, just because I know Fanon and I know 78. I know them. I know those guys. I know those two legends. So sign a deal with me. Sign a 3-fight deal with me. And then, after you sign the deal, then I'll go and start talking to Fanon and start talking to 78. And I'll say, hey, Fanon, hey, 78. I signed a deal with this troll. What do I got to do to get you guys to debate then? What do I got to do? I signed a deal with them. There's no obligations. Listen, there is 0 obligations for Fanon and 78 to debate these guys. None. No obligations at all. You signed a deal with me. You know what I'm saying? You signed a deal with me. You didn't sign a deal. You didn't sign a deal with Fanon. You didn't sign a deal with 78. You signed it with me. But I know Fanon and I know 78. So that's just good enough for you to sign a deal with me. With no guarantees at all that you'll get Joshua that you'll get Fanon or 78. No guarantee at all. None. But because I know them, we've talked behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? We've talked behind the scenes. I know them. So because of that, that just means, guaranteed to get yourself a Fanon and 78 debate. Yep, you're guaranteed that debate. It's a guarantee. You're guaranteed it. Okay. Make that make sense. Make it make sense. Now, if I would have talked to Fanon, talked to 78, prior to making this deal with a troll, prior to, and I said, look, hey, GOAT, 78, General, listen, I am going to destroy some trolls, right? But I know they're going to want to debate you. So will you debate them, after I debate them? Will you do that? And if Fanon and 78 says yes, right? And then I say, look, trolls, I got Fanon and 78 to agree to debate you if you debate me. If you sign to me. Sign a 3-debate deal to me. Sign a 3-debate deal to me. And you can debate 78 and 78 and Fanon. 78 and Fanon will debate you, right? In a 3-debate deal if you debate me. That is how it works. That is how it works. All right? That's how it works. You don't just say, oh, well, how about you just debate, how about you just fight, sign this 3-fight deal, fight Brazil for 20 million, and then we'll guarantee you Joshua without ever guaranteeing Joshua. Joshua's not guaranteed on no contract. He has not signed anything that says that he will do anything. He is on a fight-by-fight basis. All right? A fight-by-fight basis. There is nothing that you have done or said that tells me, you are a man of your word. Nothing. As a matter of fact, there's everything that you have done that is contrary to that. Everything. You have been contrary to your word for years. Oh, Anthony Joshua knocks Deontay Wilder out in 3 rounds. Okay, well, don't wait, make the date. Then all of a sudden, it's an experience excuse. It's experience. Oh, okay, then 2017. All right, well, I guarantee you that Joshua versus Wilder will happen in 2018. That is what Eddie Hearn said. I guarantee you Joshua versus Wilder will happen in 2018. That is what the man said. 2018 came, and the next thing you know, this fucking fool was talking about, oh, well, we're not gonna sell our soul for the 50 million that we asked for. We're not gonna do that. And again, only these fucking weirdo clowns, these dick-riding AJ pussy-ass clowns, only these guys are the ones saying the 50 million wasn't real. Only them. Anthony Joshua, Eddie Hearn have never said the 50 million is not real. Not once. They've never said it's not real. Never. You've never heard Eddie Hearn say, oh, the 50 million wasn't real. You've heard Eddie Hearn say, oh, show me proof of funds. And then you heard Eddie Hearn say, I never asked for proof of funds. That's what you've heard. You've heard Eddie Hearn say, give me proof of funds. That's what you've heard. And then you heard him say, I never asked for proof of funds. You heard him say those things. But mysteriously, we're supposed to believe Eddie Hearn. We're supposed to believe that Deontay Wilder should sign himself to a 3-fight deal. A 3-fight deal. He should sign himself to a 3-fight deal knowing he wants Anthony Joshua. But Joshua is not signed to the deal. Joshua is not signed. So Deontay Wilder should sign a 3-fight deal. But Joshua is not on that deal. when that is the only reason why he would sign the deal in the first place, is to get Joshua. And then you fucking losers are like, oh, well, he's ducking Joshua. He's ducking 100 million. Bro, the 100 million does not include Joshua. Because if it did include Joshua, then they would have Joshua locked in to a 2-fight deal. And they don't. Okay? I don't know how any more plain and simple I can make this. This would be very simple. Lock Joshua in to a 2-fight deal. Lock him in. DAZN, give this man whatever the fuck he wants. Don't matter. He won 60 million, give it to him. 60 million for 2 fights. There you go, Joshua. You got 60 million for 2 fights. Then DAZN can negotiate with Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. They will have a leg to stand on. They can say, Deontay, we gave Joshua 60 million for 2 fights. How much do you want for 2 fights? And if he gets 90 million, who cares? Who cares? If he gets 90 million, who cares? If they give him 90 million, they say, okay, we think you're worth more than Joshua because it's going to bring the American market. So we're going to give you 90 million a fight. There you go. Here's 180 million for 2 fights. Guess what? Joshua's happy because he got his 60 million. Deontay Wilder is happy because he got his 90 million. Even if Wilder says, all right, I'll take 60 million too. Give me 60 million. Well, now he's happy because he knows he's getting a fight because it's locked in. They can't make the excuses about, oh, well, you need to bring your worth. You need to bring this. You need to jump through hoops. You need to spin around 30 times and say my name backwards. And then once you do all of that, then we'll talk about making the fight. No. He knows the fight is locked in. He knows it. It's locked in now. And they can do this. They can do this. They are just choosing not to. All right? They are choosing not to. I don't know if it's DAZN choosing not to or if it's Joshua choosing not to. But they can do this. This is not Joshua's bread. All right? It's not his money. This is DAZN's money. This bread has nothing to do with Joshua. Nothing. Nothing at all. This is DAZN's bread. All right? And if DAZN says this is how much money I'm giving, then it's a done deal. And if Joshua really wants this fight, as he claims he does, then he will be pressing DAZN to make him a 2-fight deal and lock him in. Simple. This is simple. Simple. Make him a 2-fight deal and lock him in. But all these fucking weirdos, they're like, oh, well, Wilder turned down this and he's ducking that. Wilder is still negotiating. Let me say this again, because maybe y'all missed that part. Wilder is still negotiating. He is not locked into nothing. No deal, no contracts, nothing. He ain't locked into nothing. All right? He is still negotiating with DAZN, still negotiating with Fox. He's on a 1-fight deal with Showtime. 1 fight. That is it. 1-fight deal. So why are y'all weirdos crying about, oh, well, and look, Coach Sheldon said this shit. And I watched Coach, shout out to Coach. Coach Sheldon said, the obvious, if a man turned down 100 million, first off, let's get this straight, right? It is a bidding war going on for Deontay Wilder. It's a bidding war. Fox is bidding. Showtime is bidding. DAZN is bidding. There is a bidding war for his services. If he turned down $100 million, like Coach said, there's clearly a bigger offer for him. And more than likely with the same results. Joshua. A bigger deal with the same results. Y'all are fucking weirdos, man. I swear to God, man. Y'all are fucking weirdos. But Wilder is supposed to take $80 million. He's supposed to take $80 million. It's a duck that Wilder didn't take $80 million. But it wasn't a duck that Joshua didn't take $80 million. $80 million for Joshua wasn't life-changing money. It's not life-changing, even though his highest purse was $20 million. Or 20-something million was his highest purse. And $80 million is not life-changing money. $80 million to beat up on somebody twice that you're going to knock out in 3 rounds. So $80 million for 18 minutes of work. $80 million for 18 minutes of work. That is not good enough for Anthony Joshua. $80 million for a minimum of $80 million. Not max out. A minimum of $80 million for 18 minutes of work was not good enough for Joshua. That was not life-changing money for Joshua. But Deontay Wilder should take it. The guy that you guys say is going to lose. So if this guy is going to lose, he's selling his belt, he's going to lose, he's going to get walked through, destroyed. Why wouldn't he sell it for the maximum dollar? Just using your point of view. Using your point of view, why wouldn't he sell it for the maximum dollar? But you fucking weirdos want this guy to just take whatever he's offered. This is the crazy part. This is the crazy part. Even before the DAZN deal. Even before the DAZN deal. You guys say Joshua destroys Wilder. He just walks through him. But then you expect him to take the least amount of money possible. The least amount. And just say, oh, well, it's 3 times your highest purse. It's 3 times. You made $3 million. They're offering you 12. It's 3 to 4 times your highest purse. So he's supposed to take the least amount of money, the least amount, and then lose. But boxing is a business. So if you think that Joshua will walk through Deontay Wilder, why wouldn't you also think that Deontay Wilder should get the biggest amount of money he can get? Because Anthony Joshua is going to blow straight through him. Now, if you were saying those two things, then you would make sense. But you're not. You're saying Deontay Wilder should take the least amount, and then still lose. What? Well, Eddie Hearn himself said that, oh, well, why would we take such, if this is such a massive risk. This is such a massive risk, yeah? So why would we, this is not just what do you say? Not just the biggest fight in boxing. This is probably the biggest fight in Joshua's entire career. That's what he said. Those are Eddie Hearn's words. He said, oh, so why wouldn't we want a huge purse or the biggest purse if this is the biggest fight in Joshua's career? Those are Eddie Hearn's words. Those are his words. So if Eddie Hearn is saying this is the biggest fight in Joshua's career, this is the most risky fight in Joshua's career, why wouldn't Joshua want the biggest part of the purse if it's the most riskiest fight and the biggest fight for Joshua? So then essentially what Eddie Hearn is saying, just by those words, that it's not the biggest fight for Deontay Wilder. It is not the most riskiest fight for Deontay Wilder. That is what Eddie Hearn is saying. Because if he was saying it's the biggest fight for Joshua, it's the biggest fight for Deontay Wilder, it's the most riskiest fight for Joshua, and it's the most riskiest fight for Deontay Wilder, so they both should get big rewards, then 50-50 in the biggest fight in boxing sounds perfect. Sounds perfect. But no. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. They are trying to not only have Deontay Wilder sell his title, but they want him to sell it dirt cheap. Sell your title and sell it dirt cheap. You're going to lose to Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua's going to blow right through you, right? You know, remember Joshua? I'll stick my chin out. Go ahead. He's 15 stone. It's mad. I'll stick my chin out like this. I guess he didn't say that either, right? Or I'm misquoting him. So Eddie Hearn says this is the most riskiest fight in Joshua's career. Eddie Hearn says this is the biggest fight in Joshua's career. Anthony Joshua says, 15 stone, he's mad. I'll stick my chin out like this. So Anthony Joshua doesn't think it's the biggest fight, the most riskiest fight, but Eddie Hearn does. But apparently they're on the same page. Whatever, bro. Listen, if Deontay Wilder was going to get beat, using your words, I'm using your words, Joshua blows through Deontay Wilder. He blows through him. So if Deontay Wilder is going to get blew through, Joshua's just going to blow right through him, then why wouldn't Deontay Wilder want the biggest bag possible? Why wouldn't he? If I'm selling something that you need, you want this. You want my WBC title. And I'm supposedly selling my WBC title. Why the fuck would I sell it to you for cheap? Why would I do that? Why? Then you're going to tell me, I'm going to offer you $12 million. That's higher than your biggest purse. Then I'm going to say, fuck you, because I can fight somebody else and make that. Oh, yeah. What's known in the public is one thing. What my bank account says is something totally different. And that's your problem if you don't like it. Now, you can give me what I want, or you can fuck off. And for all these other people, right? I'm going to finish this up on this. For all these fucking weirdos that are talking about how Wilder's ducking this, and Wilder's ducking that, and Wilder's ducking this. Okay. Move on. Stop talking about him then. Stop talking about him. Talk about Jarrell Miller, who Joshua is actually fighting. Talk about him. You fucking cowards. But I know it's going to happen. You're going to comment in this video, talking about how Wilder's ducking. That's what you're going to do. You're going to get on my live. You're going to talk about how Wilder's ducking. I already know. It's routine. You cannot keep Wilder out of your mind, out of your mouth. He is living in your head rent-free. Rent-free. Whatever, man. If that's what you want. Enjoy yourself. BFTB. Shout out to the LDBC, and I'm out.